What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Alright, we're coming back to D-Drive. Yes, indeed. D-Drive fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-boobity-bob, do me a favor. Before you do all those things, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This is a request from Chris Marr, and Chris wanted to see me react to this song by D-Drive called The Last Revenge. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, this sounds really familiar, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Bravzo Karanovac. Why not? And the video has 54,318 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. Somebody wanted to come up and say hi. Say hi. She's so big. Oh my gosh. Amanda, that girl. She just wanted to say hi to the fan base. Show you all how big she's gotten and how well behaved she is. Yeah, you're such a good girl. You ready to get down? You want to get down? You want to get down. Okay. I'll put you down. Mwah, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. D-Drive at NAMM. Good old NAMM. Oh. Well, NAMM's a funny thing. Not a fan of going to NAMM, honestly. I've been a couple times, and I just, not for me, really. It is a live performance. I was told to start at the 31-minute mark, so here we are, 31 minutes. I was not given an end time, so I'm assuming 6 minutes and 49 seconds is the length of the song. I'm assuming. I guess we'll find out. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
5 more!
5 more.
Fucking remember leaving.
You guys are amazing. Is that on there?
I know, right? I pulled this one out of my back pocket. Yeah, literally.
That's got Eric Johnson vibes. digging it so far. Definitely digging it so far. I love the intro. That intro is very reminiscent of like Eric Johnson. I mean, with all the delay usage and the progression up with the delay, playing off the delay like that, very reminiscent of Eric Johnson. And to some extent, Satriani. Satriani was known for doing that as well. I enjoyed that intro, really did. And then the song kicked in, and it just took off from there. Quiz time. Let's see who can get this question correct, kids. Take a guess who I cannot take my eyes off. Take a wild guess. Who am I watching like a hawk? Who am I just not able to take my eyes off of?
I don't even know if that's PG.
Give you about 5 seconds to think about it. Have you got your answer? Okay, let's see who got the right answer. For those of you who are gonna say, you can't take your eyes off that cute guitar player front and center, get off the channel right now. Seriously, leave. Just leave right now, because you clearly don't know anything about me. Don't get me wrong, she's cute. She's super cute. Absolutely. But no, that's not who I'm watching. I cannot help but watch the bass player. Why? Because he is active. He is super active. He's not able to move around a whole lot on the stage. It's a very small stage. When you're playing at NAMM and you're playing on these sponsor stages, like this is obviously Marshall's, this is Marshall's stage, they are tiny. They are really, really tiny. And unfortunately, the Marshall display takes up like 20 to 25% of the stage. So now you only have like 75% of that tiny stage to work with. So look, I get it. He can't run around the stage. But what he is doing is he's taking that little space that he's been allocated and he's using 100% of it. He's moving around, he's rocking out, he's engaging with the crowd, lots of facial expressions, moving his legs as much as he can within that little space. He is having fun, and you can't help but watch him. It's because we're predators by nature. Our eyes are drawn to motion. And who's moving around more than anybody else right now? He is. Plain and simple, he is. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Let's keep going here. solo work across the board from the guitar players, both of them, equally talented. Some great tapping, some great sweep picking, super tight unison work from all of them. And don't get me wrong, I was impressed by it. I absolutely was. But more impressive, the bass player and the drummer holding it down while they were doing all their flashy tapping and soloing and unison work and harmonizing and everything else that they were doing. They did a great job of. The drummer and the bass player holding it down and keeping the sound full while the two guitar players were unison lining. It's very easy for the song to sound hollow and thin when you have two guitar players and they're both going to go into those unison lines. You know, those complementary harmonic unison lines. It's really easy for the bond to drop out if the bass player is not careful. And the bass player and the drummer kept the song groove going. They kept the song sounding full. It never sounded hollow. So kudos to both of them for keeping the song alive and giving the guitar players a chance to do what they did without losing the song. So awesome job on everybody's part there. Let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. He is so much fun to watch. Oh my God, he reminds me of me. Yeah, gotta give it to them. I gotta give them a round of applause, even though I know they can't hear me. I don't care. I'm giving them a round of applause anyway. That was fun to watch. It was fun to watch. It was fun to listen to. It was just overall a very enjoyable experience. Give me a little time to think about it. Let me get my thoughts together, and I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was D-Drive with The Last Revenge. This was a request from Chris Marr. What a ride. That was fun. That was fun. I took some time, I thought about it, and the funny thing is, everything I was gonna talk about in the review, I've already talked about during the reaction, so there really is not a whole lot to say that I haven't already said, so I'm gonna do my best to keep this short. And not because I'm trying to mail it in or anything, but I don't see the need for me to repeat myself over and over and over again. So I'm going to say what I need to say. If you need reference, go back and watch the reaction again. And I'll probably talk more in depth during the reaction than I am going to during the review. So just keep aware that I'm going to do my best to keep this short. There really isn't a whole lot to say. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.8. Yep, 8.8. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
That was fun across the board. That was fun to listen to. That was fun to watch. I'm gonna start with the listening part. The song itself, great song, great song. Great use of guitars, using the guitars, both guitars, for staggered solos. The intro was really nice. The dueling guitars when you were playing in unison, both in sync, but playing the exact same unison lines and playing harmonizing lines as well, supporting each other with that sounded really good. At the same time though, when that was happening, you gotta give credit to the drummer and the bass player. I know I talked about this earlier, so I'm gonna make this quick. Kudos to both of them for keeping the song alive, not letting the song die out, keeping the sound full, and never letting the song sound hollow or empty. Congrats and kudos to the bass player and drummer for that. Not taking anything away from the guitar players, they did a fantastic job, but you gotta give it up to the bass player and the drummer for keeping the song full sounding the entire time. Great job on everyone's part, in all honesty. The song felt good, it had a great amount of energy, it had a great drive. I love the intro, man. I know I keep talking about that intro. Very Eric Johnson-ish with the play with the delay pedal. Really nice work. Very cleanly done, very well executed. And then the swerve kicking into the song right out of it. That was a nice touch. Great ending to boot. I love the ending that they did. Very, very nice rock and roll ending. You know, good energy though. Now, the live show. Can we be honest here? Can we just call a spade and call it a day? That bass player, man. Don't get me wrong. Okay, look. Okay, listen. I will fully admit, and I will fully acknowledge that the guitar player in center, she's cute. Yeah, absolutely. The drummer's cute too. I could not take my eyes off the bass player. He was so much fun to watch. He reminded with what he was doing, because I have found myself in that same position where I have been on small stages and I don't have the ability to move around and it sucks. I have literally a square of like 4 feet by 4 feet and that's it. That's all I have to move around, if that. And I find myself feeling like I'm trapped in a box. But despite that, I'm still gonna rock out. I'm still gonna move around as much as I can, even if it's like walking in place or stomping in place or lurking in place, being, you know, doing my best Gene Simmons impression in that little box. You know, doing a lot of the stuff that he was doing, you know, the making the faces. I'm big on facial expressions when I play. I find it to be one of the easiest ways to interact with the crowd. It's just to, you know, use a lot of great facial expressions and make eye contact with as many people in the crowd as I possibly can. He was also pointing to the crowd whenever he had the ability to. When he wasn't playing, when he was sustaining a note, he would point to the crowd, give the crowd a thumbs up. Whatever it was he was doing, he was constantly interacting with the crowd and having fun. And I'm sorry, I know there's going to be people who disagree with me, and they couldn't take their eyes off the cute guitar player front and center. Like I said, she's cute. Yeah, she is. But man, I could not take my eyes off that bass player. He was just a fireball of energy, and he really made the show fun to watch. Everybody to some extent had some stage presence and some stage energy, but he stole the show. I'm sorry, he did. Now, this was fun. This was a great live performance. Playing at NAMM, it's an honor and it's a headache at the same time. It's one of those things where it's like, you're asked to play at NAMM. It's like, okay, great. You know, you have an opportunity to play in front of some of the industry's biggest people. You have a chance to get some great exposure, get your name out there, and possibly even get some endorsement deals and make some deals of some sort. The opportunities are definitely there. The downside is you play on those little itty bitty stages and you get, unless you're a big name, you get 45 minutes at most. You usually get about 30 minutes to play, so that kind of sucks. And when you're playing for, like, you're using like the Marshall stage, you're expected to use Marshall equipment, whether you actually use Marshall equipment or not. I mean, usually it is. Usually it's the case of, you know, that the band has an endorsement deal with that said product and you're gonna use it. But I'll never forget, one year I was at NAMM and King's X was playing, and King's X was playing on the orange amp stage. And I'll never forget, they were supposed to start at like 4 in the afternoon. and they didn't start playing until 4:45. And it's not because they weren't on stage. No. They were on stage ready for a 4 o'clock downbeat. They were tuned up and ready to go. And they went to start playing, and Doug's amp crapped out on him. And they spent 45 minutes trying to get the amp to work. And you could just see the frustration on Doug's face, man. He was so pissed. I was able to grab him about an hour after they were done playing, and he had done all the, photographs and signings and everything like that. And I was able to walk over to him. He actually passed by me, and I turned around. I was like, "Hey, you're Doug." And he's like, "Yeah." And we started talking. And I just asked him, like, "Listen, man, just be straight up with me. Do you normally use those amps?" And he told me he used orange amps in the past. He has, and he's used them before, but he never had used that model of amp. And he was like, "I'll never use it again because it was just way too inconsistent." And he was not happy with it. I was like, "I don't blame you." If our show got delayed by 45 minutes because of a piece of equipment that we've never used before, that we had to use, I'd be a little upset too. And so, no, that was fun. That was a good experience running into him and having that conversation. I got a picture with him. I don't know where it is, but anyway, no, this was a fantastic performance. I had a blast watching it. Great song, great drive, great energy, felt good across the board, and that bass player absolutely stole the show. So 8.8, I feel good with that score, and that's where we're gonna stay. So 8.8, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.